So I just wanted to make a little mini PSA, rant, whatever you want to call it, because of the events that happened in my math class today. Warning, if you go to Santa Monica City College, if you're trying to just get your gen eds out of the way like me, for not $42,000 a year or a semester or whatever, I think her name is Rafael, I don't know, she never even introduced herself, but don't take any of her classes. She's awful. If you know me, or if you've had a class with me even, you know that I color code my notes, I recopy my notebooks, and everyone always goes, that's so much work, what are you doing? What the fuck? Like, you're crazy.
See, you're not taking notes sometimes?
No, I am always taking
notes. You have the
notes?
Okay.
Yeah, I have over 150
First, you need to do what I tell you to do.
Well, today, I went up to my math teacher and I said, hey, she grades very strict. Each question is like 4 or 6 points on quizzes and tests, and if you get any part of it wrong or do any part of it not how she wants it, then you get a 0. And she has you write out like little complete sentences like, let X be this, and like all this stuff, and if you don't write that exact thing, then she gets mad, and it's just ridiculous. But anyway, so I was like, I'm really not doing well in your class, and I want to succeed. Like, I want to get my degree in environmental science, and I want to be able to move on to UCSB or even UCLA. I had dreams once in my life, there were dreams, and I want to graduate, and I want to have enough money in a successful career to, like, fucking shop at Whole Foods when I'm 30.
I want you to pass this coming up test.
I do too.
But it's not going to happen if you have test anxiety and if you are a little weaker towards than anybody else say.
Like, that's what I want out of my life. And she said, if you're not doing well now, you might as well drop. And she said that before to the whole class.
When is the last day to drop? You still have time to drop.
And she's also said, and I fucking quote this, I've done this for 35 years. You're getting a quality education from me, probably the best. End quote. And today after class, I went up to her to say, like, I want to pass. And she basically told me, and I have a recording of it, that I couldn't. She also told me that I didn't take notes, that she'd seen me not taking notes, and I sit in the front with my if anyone hasn't seen it, my bag of pens that's literally like this big. I bought 100 gel pens from Costco. I also bought about 10 0.4 and 0.3 pens because I write fucking small. And she wouldn't listen to me, and she kept interrupting me, and again, I have the recording, and I'll try to just insert parts of it in this, but I needed to just post this because I don't get why the American education system has to be so bad that they're hiring people who are basically just telling you, like, oh, well, you can't do well, like, you know, I used to get D's and F's my whole life. That's what it was. I thought I could never do any better. My senior year, I was taking statistics, AP environmental science, and I fucking graduated with all A's and B's. So I've realized now that if a teacher doesn't believe in their students, the student, unless they're a genius or is just really good at school, isn't going to pass. Mr. Gaida, who I had for AP environmental at Santa Monica High School, one of the best teachers I've ever had. Miss Gonzalez for statistics, she was awful. I mean, she seemed like she was mean and all this other shit, but she let us do group quizzes and things that helped us learn and helped us strategize with other students, and I realize now how powerful that was. Whereas in this class, she just shows example problems and is like, learn it yourself. This is stuff you should already know. Anyway, I needed to just say something, and I need to say something now to the counselor because I never in my life have met a teacher, and I've had some bad fucking teachers, which makes this 3 times worse, is that I've had the fucking scraping the bottom of the barrel teachers my whole life to make it that much harder, even though I really want to do well. and I've never given up despite really wanting to. I've never had a teacher who wanted me to fail, who wanted me to waste my time taking the class again rather than helping me. Ever. In my whole life, I've never had that. I've never had somebody say, you should just drop out or you should just retake the class. Because there's no hope. There should be hope for every student. There should be a way that even if you have test anxiety or you have dyslexia or you have whatever, like I have minor dyslexia. I switch numbers. I switch negative and positive sometimes. Not sometimes, a lot. But I catch myself a lot of the time as well. You should be able to do well if you want to do well. She told me that because of my text anxiety, I wouldn't do well in her class. No one should be told they're just gonna fail. Ever. I don't understand where we got to the point that as being a teacher, you wanted to teach the next generation that they should fail. I have a question. So I don't know exactly what my grade is in this class, but if it's bad, is there anything I can do to make it better? Because, I really need to pass this class because I actually want to transfer and do well. And so is there an extra credit? Is there something I can go do? Is there something?
The situation is like, I know I have to, try to improve. I can't give extra credit just because it has to be there for all. Like I'm giving extra credit every class, every test you have extra credit.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, I know a lot of people are in my same situation where we're doing really bad. So is there an extra credit assignment maybe you could assign that was worth a amount of points?
Yeah, I might do something like give some points on, some problems.
But would it be enough to boost us a significant amount?
But you have to try to do really good on the next two tests first, okay?
Okay.
Do really good on I see you're not taking notes sometimes.
No, I am always taking
notes. You
notes.
have the notes? Okay.
Yeah, I have over 150
First, you need to do what I tell you to do. Don't think of the extra credit. People, if I give extra credit, they think just because they don't have to do the regular work, they do the extra credit, it's going to miraculously happen. No, it's not going to happen miraculously.
I'm doing all of the regular work.
You need to do regular work. When you say you're doing all the regular work, taking notes is not good. First thing is taking notes. Second thing is redo those notes and get ready for the test.
Yeah, I recopy my notes into two different notebooks.
Redo and understand. Because I'm very specific telling what my test questions are, how the test is going to be. So.
But I'm saying if I'm doing all of that and I'm still not passing.
So when you say that you're doing, it's just, I don't know, it's just like maybe you're not doing it. Some people have to do more than the other.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying I'm willing to do more.
Yeah, so redo it and try to do really good on this test, coming up test.
Okay.
I want you to pass this coming up test.
I do too.
But it's not going to happen if you have test anxiety and if you are a little weaker towards, and anybody I've said. You have to work very, very hard. Make sure, be specific on all the graphing, all the solving quadratic equation, all the simplifying stuff from chapter 5. Right? All the simplifying stuff from chapter 5. All need to be mastered. All in your notes.
Yeah, it's all in
in the notes.
And I do
I'm not asking anything additional. All in the notes. Everything your test questions going to be from the notes. So
okay.
Make sure you read. If you're having problem, redo and please study for this test. That's why I assigned this homework also for students to be more well prepared. Okay. So we'll see at the end when is the last day to drop. You still have time to drop, right?
Well, you can drop anytime.
You can drop anytime, but
you just you don't get your money back, and it's the same as failing the class. So
it's not failing the class. If you get.
You still have to retake it. This class isn't even transferable. I have to take 3 more after this.
Yeah, it's retake. If you drop before a certain deadline, I think the deadline is coming soon in your 10th week or the
It already passed, I think.
No,
No,
to
it's
get
November
the
20th.
The
I
W?
think.
W is still on.
Oh.
You can still get a
You
W.
can still do it until like 2 weeks before the
Yeah,
class.
2 weeks
ends.
before the class. Yeah, you can still get a W and drop. You don't. That's saying you attempt to do it and you had some difficulties. You couldn't continue, or
Are
it
you-
doesn't tell you got a fail.
Are you gonna have office hours?
Yeah,
on
office
Tuesdays?
hours on Tuesday before class.
What
I will
time?
have. It's at 2:15 to 3:15, right before class at 116 math lab.
Alright.
I'll be in
116.
one of those tables.
Okay.